to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Buddy up! Come on, guys, 55. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. The connecting here with DJ Shark. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
19 yards. First down, New York.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Rush in, rush in.
First down, Murray. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Undercrunch. Kill. 66. Pass.
Play fake. Murray. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back up. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Darren Waller. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
15 line. 15 line.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down. Check. Check.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Look, squeeze.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Out. Hey, Alpha.
He's checking. Crash. Check 31.
Hit it.
They'll look to throw. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
That's good for a Jacksonville.
Down. 61.
Safe. Kill.
Get it.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now this throw caught left side. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line.
Let's go. 70.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Deep grip.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Finding Knox there, complete. A good pickup there at 22.
Here we go.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Now it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. 2nd and 1. Yeah, he's got it. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Set 90, Wolf.
Here we go.
Hey, exit.
45.
Go.
Looking to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
We got this.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed, what you were looking for.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Patrick Owasor leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. After the sack on first down, Murray, that one complete. He finds Shark, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
And the Jets first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
56, right there, 56.
Murray now on first down. They'll roll him out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Gordon. He's got the first down and more past midfield. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, Jaguars. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Murray off play action. And this one's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
56, the mark, boy, 56. Check 56.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's taken to the 26. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistent.
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. DJ Chark with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else. And
maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Sam off. 5. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. Hey, we got to get this stopped. Look at me. Score. 5.
2nd and 10. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Check 6 guys. Hey, Echo. 36. Slam. Showing up.
Back to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
I'm letting you know right now. Hard. Check 50. Bravo. Ready.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a party now. Hey, zoom. Go.
They'll set up a throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the...
And this is caught at the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here we go. Hey, come on. In your face. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I got you, punk.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football. And it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Ready, set, check 55 to Mike. Come on, you better bring it.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop.
At the 16-yard line.
Situation, let's go. Hey.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. The open man is Shark. It's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Watch tight, tight.
Murray to air it out again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Check it back, check it back.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Gay's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Jaguars. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Miles Killebrew with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went in the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey, Delta.
Alert flare, alert flare.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, wahoo!
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. This complete to Jones. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking deep for Hula. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They go back to Grant. And down he'll go at the 25.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Grant. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But if the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action, it's Murray. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. DJ Chark, 66 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Hey, Alpha.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Jones has it. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2nd and 3. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
It's caught. Jones. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On play action, they'll throw. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Mullins now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the twit. Hey, Charlie. Yo.
He'll look to throw. He completes it to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check three.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. On 3rd down, Grant. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Back now in Jacksonville, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Corey Grant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Get it.
He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. He'll drop to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. Play fake. Murray. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Murray now on 1st down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now Murray off play action. That's caught by Waller out left side. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the pass. Out. 66. Move. Pass. That's it. 55. Mike, 55. Hey, eat.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And this will be caught. in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Curtis Samuel, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Finding Knox there, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. They'll look to throw here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. T.J. Green with a pick. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Weapons. Watch the snap.
Back to throw now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 18. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Let's go.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Right there, 56. Here we go, D.
They will run with Grant. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down.
First and goal at the 8-yard line. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire...
I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer.